I finally got in some Softneck garlic. Look at these bulbs. Never done this one before. In fact, the garlic that I've been growing for the past 3 years is just garlic I got from the grocery store. I just bought a ton of garlic from the grocery store and I planted that out and then harvested after 9 months. But that variety that I have from the grocery store is a hardneck garlic. And I've heard that softneck can store for longer periods, so we're gonna give it a shot. I do like to soak my garlic for a few days, at least 3 days, sometimes more than that. But first, I'm hungry. I'm gonna get a fire going while we're breaking apart these beautiful garlic bulbs. Oh, the house too. It's definitely cooling down out there. Now, when I first soaked my garlic, I did it in half-gallon mason jars. I found that more rooted when I did it in a shallow pan like this. And that's why I soak them, is I want them to start rooting. And they pop up a lot faster that way. It's actually kind of difficult to pop open here. In just a few days, we'll start seeing some roots pop up right here. Softneck garlic is a lot easier to braid as well, which my daughter Lily always braids our garlic for me. She's really good at that. But it's harder to do the hardneck. I don't even know how she does it, to be honest. Whoa. Oh, and it exploded. Came with 16 bulbs, and they're all just massive. So when you soak your garlic and plant your garlic, you want to leave the peel on, all that paper on. Don't peel it. And what I'm going to do with these is garlic takes 9 months to fully mature before it's ready to be harvested. 9 months from now, I'm going to harvest all this garlic. I'm not going to eat it. We're going to just save it because I want to build my softneck variety up. You wanna go outside, Mara? That's what I did the first year I planted any garlic. And now, I think I figured out that we need about 5 pounds of garlic to have enough to eat for the year and also to plant for the next year. Whoa. I already have about 4 pounds of hardneck garlic already planted out there. So we will have plenty to eat. Normally I'm planting my garlic in September. Getting them out a little late this year, it's October. But it will still be okay. Generally you want to plant your garlic in September or October. Give them plenty of time to start poking out of the soil before your first frost. Some paper will come off, as you see. That's fine, it's normal. I got these garlics from Baker Creek, and I do like that they have free shipping. It's nice. Total, I think I spent 40 bucks on this garlic with free shipping, so that was a really good deal. That's why the first year I just went to the store and bought a whole bunch, because I couldn't find any at my local hardware stores. But we will slowly build this up. Because that's the goal in the end, is to be as self-sufficient as possible. Because buying our seeds from store is very expensive. And it just feels good to not have to rely on the store. We're gonna go ahead and fill this tray with water. Go ahead and open this oven up so we can let some heat into the house, and we're gonna go put these guys outside on the porch, and we're gonna forget about them for a few days. So check this out. This has been soaking for over a week. I realized I needed to save room in the garden for these guys. So these ones I'm actually gonna be planting up in my rose bed area because my soil up here is actually really, really good. But look at this. Isn't that cool? This is the little sprout here that you'd be seeing popping up out of your soil. And look at all those beautiful roots. So these won't be that far along in just a few days, but they'll at least start sprouting some roots. And you see, they've really just soaked up that water too. Look at that. There's really no water left. Kind of cool, huh? All right, I'm gonna go in and eat my breakfast burrito, and I'm gonna catch up with y'all in a few days. Hello. It has been 4 days, you guys, and these are looking beautiful. Check it out. Look at that. So a good majority of these have some really nice roots. There are a few. Here, these guys aren't that far along, but for the most part, we've got some good action going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these planted, and the weather is perfect. All right, yo, I've got my hat and my hori. Maro, you coming too? We will see how many we can squeeze into the garden, and any extras, I'm just gonna put them around the house. But I think we can get them all out today. Y'all look like you need water. See all this? See how the mulch is all disturbed? That's an armadillo. But he can't get in, thank goodness. They just love this mulch, this thick mulch. They all over the place, but they just like to eat grubs. Look at this. All my garlics are popping up that I planted just about a week ago. They're looking great. So I just really mix them in with all of my brassicas, you see. Got another one right here. Right there. Kind of helps keep the pests away a little bit too. And I just like the way it looks. Mix it all in. So basically, when it's time for me to start putting out my spring-summer garden, all my tomatoes, peppers, all that stuff, my garlic's still not ready to be harvested, so it's fine. I just mix that. I mix my tomatoes, all my spring-summer stuff in with the garlic. The garlic really doesn't take up that much space, so it's not an issue. And, oh gosh, I just saw a chicken, y'all. She's just getting herself full of dirt, but for just a split second, she looked dead. Y'all, I have to keep throwing out carrot seeds. I've got something coming around just eating them. It doesn't matter if they're buried. It doesn't matter if they're just up the ground. I do have some popping up here and there, but not enough. I'm gonna have to throw out more. I had a big, beautiful rat snake out here. She was hanging out in my greenhouse, which is fantastic because she can help me with my mice issue. But But then I saw her on my way to the garden. She was just right there, making her way up to the house. Startled me at first. Scared the bejesus out of Marl. Marl went after it. And she got bit on the nose, and then my dog Bear got bit on the nose, but don't worry, it's just a rat snake, not venomous. So it didn't even break the skin, they were fine, but she just slowly slithered her way under the house. I should have just picked her up with some snake tongs and brought her back out to the garden. So let's talk a little bit about the differences between hardneck and softneck garlic, because it's kind of important to know. Now, hardneck garlic, y'all, is perfect for if you live in a very cold environment, because if you plant it properly, meaning if you keep it heavily mulched, it can handle all the way down to negative 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Hardneck garlic is also supposedly more flavorful, but again, you know, it doesn't store as long. Although I must say, y'all, the hardneck garlic that I've been planting for the past few years, it will last a good, I would say, 8 months. And then what happens is it basically just, the clove inside just turns to powder. There's nothing in that bulb anymore. So that's what I got going on right now. In fact, I've got a couple braids of garlic that I gotta take out and just get rid of. Also, the hardneck garlic, the actual clove, is much larger compared to this softneck garlic. It's going to have a lot more cloves in the bulb. Cloves themselves are much smaller. Okay, we're just going to plant them all around. I already put out some red sail lettuce, and then I've got hundreds of violas I've got to plant. I've been kind of putting it off because I know it's going to be a big job, but I got to get around to that this week. If you see here, we have a bunch of red sail lettuce mixed in throughout here, and then I'll also put those violas along with, we'll have the garlic popping up. So everything will be nicely mixed in. And I also went ahead and cleaned out the chicken coop, and I put that down heavily on everything as well, if you see. So I've got a nice thick layer of mulch throughout my garden, wood mulch, wood chips. And then on top of that, I've got the chicken bedding. So I'm just going to keep doing that throughout the whole season, and that will build up this soil, make it beautiful, very healthy, full of life. In fact, I got another nice big load of mulch over there that I got to get to moving. Always something to do. And to be honest with you guys, when I'm planting these, I had 2 in there. I'm not really even putting them in the dirt. I'm putting them in the mulch. That mulch just eventually breaks down into soil, so it's okay. You want to make sure you get your garlic out about 2 weeks before your average frost date. So for me, that's generally in mid-November. Right now it's October 20th. So these will have plenty of time. As you saw the other ones, I mean, it doesn't take but a few days, especially if you soak them first for their little sprouts to start popping up. I see this one already has kind of a little sprout popping up. Now tonight, I will put the sprinkler on and we'll let it run all night. That way these get nice and soaked in. I wanted to show you the soil here, how good it is. Constantly just putting down organic matter on my soil and just letting it break down right here. Check it out. My soil here, y'all, used to be just clay. And now it's this beautiful, black, rich stuff full of mycelium and good bacteria. So see, look at this bunch. See how tiny these are? Oh, I was just saying how there's no mosquitoes out today, but I hear one. Maro, what is that on your nose? Oh, it's a mosquito. It was biting you. So when it's time to harvest these guys, how I know it's time is that the first few bottom leaves will be brown. And a lot of times their leaves will just completely fall over as well. And you'll also see that nice big garlic bulb popping up. You should see it popping out of the soil just a little bit. But see, look at this. If you see, I'm trying to see if I can get you down in here so you can kind of see how I'm burying these exactly. Just burying them in the mulch, you guys. I feel a little bit of soil down here at the bottom, and then I'm just covering them with the mulch. Every once in a while I need to check in there to make sure I don't have any chickens laying on the floor where they're not supposed to. I've got some type of grain just popping up here, I think. I had winter wheat out here and I also had winter rye. Honestly, don't know enough about grains to really tell which one's which. The whole point of keeping this paper on your garlic clove is to protect it from rotting or getting damaged while it's getting established, while it's getting its roots established in the soil. But don't panic if it does come off. Like some of these, the paper is kind of fallen off a little bit, but they'll be okay, especially since they've already gotten some roots going. I've got some left here. I was not able to squeeze them all in, so I've got one more spot over here. Morrow, stop it. But I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze them in here. There's jarrow spiders everywhere. Just gonna squeeze them around these Brussels sprouts. I've got a bunch of rainbow Swiss chard I need to put out here. They're about ready to go out, and I'm gonna be putting them around my Brussels sprouts and my fava beans. We are all finished up, y'all. That was a lot of work, but it's worth it. And by the way, how you know if you have a hardneck or softneck garlic? Hardneck garlic will develop scapes, and some people like to eat those. That's how I was able to find out whether mine was hard or soft, because I had just bought mine from the grocery store and I had no idea. Generally the garlic from the grocery store is softneck, but that was not the case. Mine ended up developing those scapes. If you like to eat those, then you're going to want to get a hardneck variety, because softneck garlic does not produce scapes. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw out some more carrot seeds real quick, y'all, and we're going to turn on this sprinkler and let it go for a while. Marl, you stay here. You gotta stay. Stay. What is that? It's pretty. That goldenrod and something else? I like it. Oh, and you got some pokeberries. Very nice. I love this weather where I can just garden out in the sun and not get too hot. 'Cause I do like getting some sunshine on my skin. It feels good. Okay, you can come out now. I had to keep them in the garden because Lily went down to the creek and I didn't want them going after her, because sometimes Bear will run off. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and throw these out and then get this video uploaded for y'all. I hope y'all are doing well. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.